Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I know I saw Nikki in earlier when I was doing some checks on the microphone, of course, and stuff. So she probably went back to sleep, but I see Tom was here and T&W, Jake, Tommy J, Going Grays, Black Sheep, Robert Mack. Who did I miss? Anybody? Hey, Douglas is here. How you doing, Douglas? Al's here. Chris is here. Hey, Chris, what's up? Saying good morning to everybody. Johnny's here. I was wondering what was up. I thought maybe I pissed you off in some way, but I guess you've been sick, right? Um, I saw one of the I don't know, one of the channels that I went and checked out. I think you were on the panel. I was really busy, and anyway, I think you were mentioning something about you were sick. So I was sorry to hear that. There's Nikki. She is here. Is the dog keeping you up or what? I watched your video this morning. But anyway, Johnny, I hope you're well. Hey, Gary's here. T's here. Craig Garrison, how you doing? So I think I caught everybody. If I missed somebody, oh, E.T., I just saw you there. But yeah, so the interesting part of the video or the live stream today, I was informed, was it night before last, that my wife, um, her work says excuse me, my nose is itching. You have to go with us to in Korat, they have a big meeting. So it's her boss and her boss's boss and one other person, another boss, has to go there. They're leaving today at noon. She's off today. She's actually here. And I ended up, to make a long story short, I'm on my own. I have to go in. I've only got till the 19th to renew my retirement visa. I get my bank statement tomorrow morning. So I've got Thursday and Friday, so I've got two shots at it, and hopefully I get it right. I did go to immigration yesterday, and oh shit, today is, I didn't know, Dana. Today's Wednesday, isn't it? Ah, crud. Anyway, um, so I went yesterday morning. They're having some gigantic, you'll see it on, I did some video on it when I put out the video for what happened to me, whether I'm in this country anymore on Saturday or not. Um, they're having a big protest or something. There must have been 10,000 people there. No one inside. There was only one person in immigration. So I went inside and got a piece of paper. Actually, the lady that she works for now at TOT, her husband is a bigwig or some kind in that building, that government building. He actually came down and helped me communicate with them there that I wanted a piece of paper that showed everything that I needed. And the lady said, "But it's all in Thai." And I said, "That's okay. My wife can read Thai." So I gave it to her. She brought me home a big envelope with all my paperwork and the pictures that we had and everything supposedly that I need except for updating my bank book Thursday morning when I go, tomorrow morning. Uh, if they have my 1 year statement, and then pick up my 1 year statement and go there and go, "Here, I'm at your mercy," and we'll see what happens. It ought to be quite interesting. It's a lot easier. Excuse me. Um, when I spoke about it in the past, it's last year it was easy. It was kind of a pain because they made us come back because I didn't know about the 1 year deal. I thought I could bring them a 6 month statement from my bank, and you can't. In case some people are wondering, they want a year. Either that or you have to have the 800 in there, but you still have to show it from the bank and get it notarized or whatever you need to do. Check into that. Excuse me. Maybe I'll drink some water. Um, so I will see if I have everything. I'll find out tomorrow. Hopefully they have my bank statement, and I can go in tomorrow because that way it'll give me Friday as a backup day. Of course, me procrastinated again. I could have done this 2 weeks ago, but didn't. I amaze myself sometimes. But anyway, I'll have Friday as a backup to get whatever else they need. I believe that if I don't do it on Thursday, I have to go back in Friday morning and have the bank update my bank book again and bring it in Friday, because you're supposed to do it the day that you get it, and it's 1,900 baht. In case anybody's wondering what it costs. Hey Mitch, how you doing? And I know that hey Tommy, I think I said hello to you. Uh, I know that Chuck just did kind of a video. He didn't put one out or something. I don't know. He had some problems with his. So hopefully I don't run into too many problems with mine. I didn't leave myself much leeway to get out. Hey, Stuck, morning to you. Uh, and is Fa here? I didn't see Fa. Is she? Or is Mitch just saying hello? Well, if you're here, hi. Well, I better I unplugged my computer. I don't know why. I guess I want to run off the battery every once in a while just to keep the battery charged. There we go. Oh, that's much brighter. So, anyway, so that's the gist on that. They did come yesterday and ended up finishing and enclosing the now outside kitchen, which I'm calling just the Thai kitchen because it's enclosed. So it's kind of inside. But hey, Father, there you are. They're going to start tiling. They started smoothing or putting concrete over the block that they put up, and then they bought 15 bags of this other concrete glue, tile, whatever it is. They're pretty big bags. And that's what they put the tile up with. So hopefully within the next few days they'll get the tile done. I don't know if they're here. Are they here? No? Yes. Is Toon here? Almost here, okay. So I guess he's coming today. Hopefully he will. And I'm going to put out a video probably, well, depending on how it goes with immigration, I'm going to try to put one out tomorrow. Hey, Robert Mack. Let's see, did I miss anything? Was anybody asking anything? Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, you'll have to leave the country for one day and return. Yeah, that's what I told my wife. I said, I don't even know if you can. I know they were letting people into Cambodia, but that was a month ago. I don't know if they closed it back down or never opened it. I don't know. I got to find out. I'm hoping I don't need to know that. We'll see what happens. Everybody's just saying good morning. I don't think I missed too many. I kind of missed that one from Gray's, but I think the rest of it, everybody's just kind of saying hello to each other. So anyway, so that's the way it goes. My wife, we bought a bunch of tile. I did. People will kind of be semi impressed. I did finish the breakdown on the house cost, so I'll be putting a video together for that, and I also did the breakdown on the cost of the party. So I'll do that. And then, of course, I'll have one for I have estimates on both the Thai kitchen, which I think is going to be amazingly cheap. We'll see. And the plunge pool and the pond and the now going to be enclosed outside deck area, whatever. I don't know, room to feed people. I don't know. But anyway, hey Paul D, how you doing? Hey Dip Media, how are you? So hopefully I'll have that. So I'll have the next video will be I'm hoping it's going to be the house breakdown. People have been waiting for that. And like I said, it's right around 3 million without the cost of the land. Just eyeball. I haven't even added it all up. I did it last night, all the breakdown on everything. But I think it's going to be right around there. And then I'm guessing on the kitchen, the plunge pool, the pond, and the buildings. All guesstimate out of my brain. But I've been fairly good with that. So, hey Bobby, how you doing? Time to get going here. So, anyway, hopefully they'll get that done. I'll do another video on the Thai kitchen too. And because, like I told you before, I think I said the layout inside has changed. The refrigerator moved to the other side. Facing the house is now going to be a step down with the 2 burner in it. A area for my wife or the family or whatever to prep stuff instead of being on the floor. and a sink will be on that area. And then the behind them will be that. Below will be storage. Above will be storage, and there'll be storage on the back wall also. So we've already bought all the stuff um, for below the sink and everything there, and on the other side. So we'll see. But it should be. I think it's going to be fairly cheap for what it is. Now you got to remember I'd already paid for the cover for the Thai kitchen, so it's got a roof on it, and it rained like hell the other day, and no leaks from the roof. Actually, a couple of leaks inside. So supposedly the brother that built the house is supposed to be here today. Two windows, one window upstairs is leaking, and one window in the kitchen. It's one of those corner windows, and then a leak in the living room, and a leak actually right here in the bedroom. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I hear banging, so must be they must be here. Let's see. Thank you, Johnny. Had a shirt made for me. Yeah. Did I miss? So Johnny, you're okay? Did I miss what? Johnny, you were sick, I believe. Love the T-shirt. That's a great shirt, isn't it? James. I think they already went to one waterfall. Al was asking Fa. What is Bobby saying? Temperature-wise, 80s for 5 days. Had some rain today. Yeah, I think as I had, excuse me, as I had suspected, I think the rainy season is going to be here tomorrow. So it's going to be here early. That's why I wanted to get the Thai kitchen, and outside the Thai kitchen, I'm going to also put up a kind of a lean-to roof, metal along the house over to the fence to cover area for the clothes. Clothes were out the other day when it poured, and my wife's 3 batches of laundry on one rack hanging out there is completely soaked and has to go back into the washing machine. So need to put that up. They'll do that as soon as they get done with the kitchen, the Thai kitchen, and I'm believing that it's going to be done. I'm hoping it's going to be done by the end of this month. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think, is probably pretty close. And like I said, I'll have a breakdown for that also. All right, here's Johnny saying, yes, Dave, last week. Due to the booster shot, and my wife wants me to get one too. I had according to, I think Brock and some other people that I talked to, I've had the Pfizer twice. They said that I should have the Moderna, not the Pfizer again. I don't know. What did you get? I know. I think it was Brock that had something else. He had his booster was the Pfizer, and I think he got. I don't know if he had any problems or not. Is he here? I didn't notice to see if Brock was here. I didn't see him. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on this. All is good. Yeah, so from the booster shot. Okay, cool. So I've got to go get that, I guess. I don't know. So I'm being told. I think I would have rather gotten I think I'd said this before, that Omicron as my booster, and spent the 4 or 5 days with a little bit of a fever and a scratchy throat, and let my own immune system figure it out. But I did Pfizer for all 3. Okay. I don't know. I think it was Brock that told me I should do the Moderna as a booster if I had the Pfizer. I don't know. First 2. Yeah, that's what Brock's was. AstraZeneca, and I think he did get either Moderna or he got Pfizer. If he pops in, I'll ask him. All 3 Pfizers, no effect. I didn't have any. Well, it made me sleepy, and my arm was sore as hell. First one was a little bit sore. The second one, it hurt like hell for a day and a half. I don't know if maybe they hit the bone. I don't know what the gal did that gave me the second one. So I did the Pfizer all 3 as well. Well, I don't know. I already paid for 4 of the Moderna months ago, And my wife and my oldest daughter actually, excuse me, they ended up using them because they had my wife, because she worked for the government, as soon as the China one came out, both her and the 18-year-old got vaccinated a long time ago. So they used the Moderna as a booster. So I think we still have either 2 or 4 already paid for. So I'll have to find out. I didn't pay anything for the Pfizer. They gave that to me for free. So I had 2 AstraZeneca and Pfizer. I think that's what Paul. I think that's what Brock had. He had that, and then he had the Pfizer, I think, as a booster. I don't know. Don't quote me, but I guess I'm ready because it's been 5 months, and I think they said 5 months is the time to get it. And like I said, whether you believe in it or not believe in it, I want to travel, so I'm going to get whatever they tell me I got to have to travel. Even though I should be in Ko Chang, but that just didn't work out. But we are going in April. I've made a reservation at the same. It was really weird. I left a message or a comment on Greenies. I still have never met him, never had a conversation or anything with him. But I watched some of his videos. I think I mentioned it the other day, but about the place that I think they're going to eat today is like a deli. He had a big giant sandwich because he's in. I don't know if they're in Ko Chang still, still, or whether they've left. But he did another one yesterday on the Serenity, which is the one I did a video on 2 years ago when me and my wife and we took the kids there. That was that one in my intros that shows those bungalows with the rooftop plunge pools with rooftop jacuzzis. That's Serenity, and he did him and I forget his wife's name, but anyway they were there and it's real cheap, 30 baht for just the regular one room there. They only have a couple of those too, I think. But it's really cheap. Now the other one for the 7 days is about 25,000 baht for the one where we're going to have 6 because we're going to bring I'm going to bring my in-laws too. It's a 2-bedroom, so the kids in the living room they've got 2 beds, like I don't know, converter beds or whatever. So the kids will stay there, and then there's 2 bedrooms, and it's got its own kitchen and everything. It's really a nice place. I'll do another video on it when we go there. But he did one. I thought it was interesting. I just caught it by mistake, clicked on it, and Serenity. I know that place. Let's see if I missed anything. The media said I had 3 Pfizers before my travel to Thailand in December. PCR test to return was negative. My girlfriend tested positive. Wow. The same afternoon, and 3 days later when I came back home, I tested positive. Wow. That's weird. What was was it nasty or just kind of, because I know that was before the Omicron, or I don't know. I don't know if the Omicron came in December or January. And I hope I'm saying that right. Whatever it is, the new variant that starts with a no. But because everybody the school, I did the video and we took the money that we had, some of it. I still have a lot of money. We're just talking about it this morning. I think we're going to go to both schools. Jam donated $50 the other day, and she wants them to have some soccer balls. So my wife's going to order those from Lasada. And then we still have enough money, I think, to do both schools. There are over 100 kids in each one's, full meals and ice cream and probably some other stuff. So thanks, everybody. Thumbs up. Good job. But in that school, the kids were there. I guess my wife said the young ones. There was young ones there too, that were like 7, 8 years old. And I guess the guy that is the overseer or the head guy there talked to her friend and said they cried every night for 10 days and until that they wanted their moms and stuff, going there. But they were happier than heck to. I guess they didn't cry so much that night that we dropped off all those sweets and stuff because they got to take some of that home with them, and I guess it kind of made their day, which is what we were hoping for. So, and they loved the fried chicken because in that I don't know. You didn't really see that little package meal that we got for him. I think it had rice. It had uh, a piece of fried chicken and some kind of a soup or something. Anyway, they enjoyed it. They really liked the fried chicken. I guess they don't have it all that much. Hey, Ron John, how you doing? Ron John. I'm saying that right, I think. Let's see if I caught up here. No, I'm way behind again. God, let's see what is living in a new dawn. Yes, there's no problem. Let's see what is saying. He's talking to Fall, I guess. Al is. Dave needs to start 511. So this is yeah. You know, well, what I'm doing is it's amazing the stuff that came in on the PayPal. I don't think I'll have a problem with any of that, but the the stuff that's on here, I still haven't filled out. I filled out. I guess what they told me is for my AdSense account or whatever it is, it's um, I have to get it in my name first because I started it. Then my wife's already got hers, got in mail, got the PIN code, started all her thing. It's ready to go. Once I put it in my name, I can transfer it over to her. That way, it just she can handle it all, and it's not no problem. But it's just weird that they. I don't know. It could be that we're in the new house. She had the thing from Google sent to her work, so she got it there. We haven't gotten anything here, and it's been 3 weeks or something. So I think I should have gotten it. But anyway, it's like $600, and I think the $600 that they show is actually what we're supposed to get. They've already taken out the 30% of Google. I don't know that for sure, but anyway, it's quite a bit of money, and I've already got 20,000 baht still in a separate account for that. That's everybody's money, mine, everything in there waiting to go. So, and we paid out a couple of things, but it's amazing. You guys are awesome, and you know, like the little stuff, it really makes a difference. You know, I didn't. It adds up, and if I can keep doing that, and I get to see the smile on this one over here's face, I'm a happy camper, and all the money gets to go back into Thailand. So it's awesome. But that's what I'm going to try to do because I don't want to get into any kind of tax thing or, you know, working or any of that kind of crap. So it's all going to her. Is Andy here? I didn't see. I know he's traveling around. In case you guys didn't know. Oh, he is here. Hey, Andy, saying hi. I missed your deal. I saw your latest one too, Tom. I got to get with you. Maybe are you going to be around for a couple of minutes after this live stream? I wanted to talk to you about. I have it hooked up. I still haven't hooked the box up, but everything's ready to go in here. In fact, I did get the Cat 6 cable. I've got to try it. After this, I'll hook into it, and then I'll be direct. I'm imagining my computer's going to be a hell of a lot faster. Plus the internet. So what did this one? What did I miss? Now you have to quarantine for 5 days again? Is this true? What was that for, Bobby? What were you on the island? I don't know. I didn't see. I missed whatever you're saying. Yes, I'll put the link in at the end. Okay. Let's see. I don't know, Bobby. Put in there what you're talking about, and I can't find it. I'm horrible. And what's the sounds okay and everything? Anybody give me a quick sound check and. He's working on the background trip. Yeah. Can you hear that? They're cutting something. Jai read it to me last night for entering Thailand. You have to do a 5-day, really? I never heard that. AV all good. Thanks, Chris. Cool. And this is the This is the new one, and then I use the other one as my travel setup. I fit everything in the everything for live streaming. My laptop, everything that I need, lighting, microphone, cables. I bring one of the strips, the 6 plug strips, and everything fit in the little backpack that came with the computer. Got the little insignia on it, so it's kind of cool. And that's basically the same microphone. It's got a little stand and everything. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know about that. I didn't hear that. I hear saw. Yeah, I think you can hear the saw, and probably when they start banging on stuff. So cutting tiles out. Yeah, they're not going to be. They're not. This thing picks up everything, but they're not going to be cutting too much on. I don't think they're putting up the ones, but what they're cutting, I think, is some steel for some other stuff. I don't even know what the rules are now. Yeah, everything does change daily, but from what I understand, it's still on the test and go is when you get here and 5 days later. Maybe that's where the 5 days. Maybe she heard wrong or something. But you have to test twice. Before on the test and go, which is still called, I think, test and go twice. You used to just come in, test, and you're off and running. Now you test and one day in the hotel and you are off and going, but you've got to let them know. You've got to be, I believe, in a rated hotel 5 days later and let them know where you are, and you have to test again. And if you test again, then after that you're still free to go anywhere after the first day, is what I'm saying. But on the 5th day you have to let them know what hotel you are and test again, is what I understand. Of course, as always, check with the government, blah blah. Let's see what this going here is saying. 5-day quarantine in Korea. PCR test as soon as we arrive. Results 2 days later. Second PCR test after that. Results 2 days later. So on the 5th day you can leave if both are negative. Yeah, I believe that here in Thailand, as far as I know, and like I say, check, of course, you have to test the first day in a hotel, and then you can leave and go wherever you want to, but you have to let them know where you're going to be on day 5 in a rated hotel, and you have to test again, is what my understanding is. Well, we're getting thunder and lightning. Cool. I like the rain. I didn't so much here. The cover that I have over the koi pond, I've got to either put a piece of PVC in the middle or slant it and tie it tighter so that it lets the rain, because it doesn't let the rain come through. So it's like a giant funnel, and then it pulls the ropes down. So I have to do that. Maybe I'll have them do that after I get done. Still raining, but yeah. So I believe that's it, Bobby. It's 1 and 5, but you don't have to sit in the hotel for 5 days waiting for the second test. After the first test, if you test negative, you can go wherever you want, is my understanding, but you have to let them know where you're going to be on that 5th day. Let's see. Sounds like an angle grinder. Yeah, they are. They're using a cutting on a grinder. You got that, Al. They use that for everything. They use it to cut the tile. They use it to cut the rebar. They use it to cut everything. They're amazing, man. Wait till I show you this Thai kitchen. You're going to be, I know I'm totally amazed at how much it's going to cost. And it's going to be a nice functioning windows, sliding glass doors. Those weren't cheap. It's going to be a nice place. And the price is going to be, it's going to surprise, I think, most people. Hey, Waza, how you doing? Good morning to you. Cool. Looking forward to it. Where are you going to go? You going to Pattaya? Seems like everybody, Jomtien or Pattaya or Bangkok. Hopefully we can, I want to meet Andy too, and so I've got to figure out how to get there. We got the motorcycle ride. Maybe I can incorporate something, meeting up and seeing him maybe on the way there if I end up having to ride there. Raining cats and dogs in Rayong and cold, 27. It's been hot here. That's why I'm thinking of the that the rainy season is here and going to be here, because it's getting hot here in Surin and it's starting to rain. So, and it poured. It wasn't a long time, but it poured enough to flood the property next door, where we had the wedding. Thank God we didn't have any rain during the wedding. And like I said, I will have, hopefully within the next, depending on how much time I have to spend on this, my, redoing my retirement visa, I'm going to try to get the 3 or 4 videos out. The one on the house costs, the one on the cost for the party, and the second video on the Thai kitchen, and then I'll probably have another video. It's probably not going to be a long one on what hoops they made me jump through for my retirement visa. She had a fever the first day, then just a cough. I only had a cough 10 days and it was gone. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know. I know I listened to some of this stuff on the Thailand government stuff, and they're going to downgrade it from the pandemic to whatever endemic. I don't know if I got that right. They're hoping by the end of the year. They should do it before. They should do it now, I think. I think they had 15,000 cases and 23 people passed. And like I said, and it doesn't matter to me the number. I don't know the people that actually passed, and did they pass away from the virus, or like we had talked before, they're 118 years old with underlying conditions. So we'll see. Hey Daniel, how you doing? You'll see my palms filled. Yeah. They're all the stuff. I know on the way here, there's a big, I think they use it for some of the rice fields or something. They've got a big pond right off the road coming up off the main highway coming to the new house, and it's dropped considerably. So I'm sure they're happy that it's raining a little bit. Don't step on any pools. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't dig the cold anymore, man. Like I said, when I do go back, which hopefully is going to be in another couple of months, and I've got some stuff I need to take care of in the U.S., but I'm hoping that I can still get my wife to come with me. I'll probably take her up to some place that has snow, just so she can. I don't think she's ever seen it. I think we did talk about it, but the cold. It was nice when if I lived 18 years in it, not in stuff like you would hit in Wyoming and stuff like that. I was in the high Sierras at 3,000 feet. So, the coldest we were seeing is sometimes it'd get down in the teens, but that was pretty much it. Cold for us was 27, and it would snow a little bit. But I had this awesome country wood stove that I bought that was this thick and had a fan this big around on the back of it. Didn't have one of those little bitty blowers that just whispered it into the room. It was attached to the back of the wood stove and just blew through it, up and around it, and out the front. It was a T-topped stove, so it was awesome. So I did enjoy that, the fire and just me and the wife kicking back. It was kind of nice, but I don't know. Give me a place that I can go swimming on New Year's and Christmas in the ocean, and I'm a happy camper. Let's see. Grace said I moved to El Paso for the dry heat, and they sent me to Korea. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Was this round sand? Denmark and most of yours have raised it on grounds less than the common cold and dropped all COVID. Yeah, and I think that's going to be. I think a lot of countries are going to follow that. I think Thailand's close to it. I know that I've seen a bunch of stuff in just random videos across the United States, and 90% of the people aren't wearing masks anymore. Now, I don't know if it's mandated or not. I know if you guys watched Chuck's video this morning, he was kind of telling people to give him a break about wearing the mask. We're in Thailand, and this is the country, or me anyway, I don't want to speak for anybody. This is the country I live in, so I'm going to do what they want me to do. Do I like it? No, I don't like it. Because, like I said, anything that, because of the crap I went through and had the tube down my throat and all that, anything that restricts my breathing in any minute way, I don't dig at all. Um, what did Nomad say? What did I miss that Ron agreed to? Ron, meet Chuck, and he's a good man. Yeah, he is. They don't get much better than that group that everybody's together with right now, that's for sure. Get yourself to Thailand after a few months. Anything below 80 and 30 degrees Celsius, feel cold. That's true. Uh, the hardest thing for me is because I'm bigger. I need to lose weight, man. I gained and gained and gained, and it's time to start hitting the plateau before I explode. But there's the humidity, the heat. I can take the humidity. I don't know if it's the heavy air or whatever, the breathing wise or whatever, but when it's hot and humid, I have either that or my mind, and I think it's my mind. I think that I'm having a problem breathing when I'm not, because my lungs, they work perfectly, but I don't know, maybe I'm screwed up in the head. Maybe I need to go to a shrink. Just waiting on Jai. She isn't quite ready. Plus my dad. Yeah, there you go. That's a hard one. And I'm sure that Jai will be ready to go soon. I don't know. I'm a firm believer when you can retire or when you could be out there, I'd be burning rubber and hitting the road, man. My wife just took a contest today. COVID, flu B, respiratory infection, all in one. Huh. So if that isn't a sign of how this is no longer serious, I don't know what is. Yeah, it sounds like it to me. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Hello, Dave and friends. Hope all is well. Yeah, enjoying life, man. Like we were just talking. It's tough because we had talked about before the age group that I'm in, and most of the people here are between 50 and 60, somewhere in there. I'm 65, whatever it is. But we have parents. My mom just turned 89 years old on Valentine's Day. And I talked to her. She sounded good. She has her ups and her downs. But we have parents that are not long for this planet, and it sucks because you don't want to abandon them in any way. And that's where I like being in Thailand. I like their philosophy on elderly. You don't abandon them. You stay with them. You take care of them. You don't dump them on somebody else. You take care of them till they go. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I feel bad for the people that have to face that right now because it sucks. I would rather be here in Thailand. So, if you're working, hi, Chuck. We'll spend most of my time next property. Yeah, not far from me at all. Yeah, definitely hit me up and I'll meet you somewhere for a coffee, a soda, a beer. I'm not a big drinker, but I will drink a cold beer on a hot day. Xanderman, how you doing? Hello, Dave. Just watched Chuck's video meeting up with everyone. Yeah, it was a good video, isn't it? And I'm imagining, except for James. James holds on. I think he's way, way behind. Chuck usually is too. So it was kind of interesting. I didn't know if a bunch of stuff. I know Joe will probably put out content. Chuck will. Maybe James will too. Yeah, I was kind of excited to see that he was caught up in putting content out. It was awesome. It was a good video too. Everybody's just saying hi. Yeah, and I don't know how old is he, Bobby. I know you probably told me before. I think I want to say he's my mom's age, close to 90, or maybe he's over 90. I can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. If I can hit the 90 mark, I'd be a pretty happy camper. That'd be 75, 85. That'd be 25 years for me, man. I'd be happy with 90, put it that way. Or even my mom, 89, I'll take that too. If they would guarantee me, I'd take it now. I wouldn't roll the dice. Let's see, E.T. saying hi. Everybody saying hi to Xanderman. No booze for Al in the next 5 days. Well, meds for infection, yeah. Yeah, 91. Yeah, so he's close to my mom's age. Because I know we're kind of close. Are you older than me? I can't remember, Bobby. We're close, I think. I want to say you're 67. Am I right? Are you older? Or am I just wishing I like to meet people that are older than me? Of course, you look younger than me, so that really sucks. But the Crown Royal will burn that infection. Right there, you go. Just suck on that bottle for 5 days. 68. Okay, I was close. But you do. You look better than I do. Younger than I do. Um, but anyway, so that's pretty much the I covered that. Well, hopefully the brother's going to show up. Obviously, the crew has showed up for the Thai kitchen. The brother to show up about the couple of leaks that I'm really worried about are the ones in my bedroom and in the living room. The window ones, they'll figure that out. Probably silicone or something. But they always have problems with those glass to glass butted corner windows. I knew it from the beginning. I knew they were going to be a problem. Don't like the Crown. That's why it's an open. How can you not like Crown? 73 in May. Wow, that makes me even feel better, Ron. I got to meet you too. And you probably look better than I do too. So I'll really be pissed off when I meet everybody. I'm hoping, like I said, when the traveling opens up, I think I'm going to start trying to put together a meetup. Probably be in John Tiem, or somewhere in that area, and the people that are coming and all that. I imagine the first meetup will probably, I'm guessing we're probably going to have 15, maybe 20 people there, and just going to have it for a weekend thing. We'll all meet up there and eat a dinner one night and spend the day farting around, and then the next day cut out and get to meet everybody face to face and shake elbows or whatever the hell they do for the fires. I just shake hands. But I have gotten their hand pulled back and an elbow shoved at me a couple of times, but it's fine. I got no problem with that either. What is Mitch saying here? Where was Mitch? Sorry, let me get to Tom's. The road gang is itching to say hello, Dave. Can we come on for? Yeah. Of course. Hold on. I will. I'll send it to you right now. Let's see here. God, how come it's so slow? There we go. Okay, you got it. So I'll wait to see that. I'm glad I caught that. I caught that out of the corner of my eye. Sorry, Tyler. I hope he hangs in there. Yeah, my dad has been good. Now I know Mitch's dad passed away shortly, and when we were talking before he even came to Thailand, we became friends. Talking to each other pretty much every day, and he didn't think his dad was long then, and he was actually pretty right on that, which sucks. But I hear you might have some people on Coach. Yeah, that's what I just got. Thanks for the heads up, Jake. Let's see. Tips or leads for IT jobs allow me to work remotely from Thailand. You never know. I would anybody that sees that give Dip Media the heads up if they've got some stuff that they know of for IT stuff. I know that I don't think Chris is probably over on Dana's channel. I forgot Dana does his live streams and I screwed it up and I did them today. But if next one that we do, Dip Media, Chris and Dana both are kind of have backgrounds in that area. They might be able to help you out. Is Jam here? I didn't see Jam. Are you? Everybody's saying hi to you. So you must be here. So hi, Jam. I didn't catch you. Hello. Just a monitor. Yeah. Just a moderator. That'd be Mitch. He's saying everybody's saying hello. Dip Media. What field? There you go. Question for you, Dip Media. And how did I miss Jam? Where are you? Still want to find you. How did I get? Oh, there you are. Okay. Saying hi to everybody. Prayers are with you. Okay, let's go to the gang in Ko Chang. Put them up. Hey, Austin.
Hey, Chuck.
Hello.
Hey, hey,
You're live.
hey, hey, hey,
Hey, how come you're not wearing a mask?
live.
How come you don't have a mask?
We're eating now. We don't want to talk to you.
Hey, I don't blame you. Let me see. Good stuff? Wow.
Perfect timing. Food just arrived.
Hey, did you guys eat at that Dave's place yet or no?
I can't
The
hear
one
a
with
darn thing, so my volume is down. Hello, everybody. Wish you were here. Some of
did
you,
the
anyway.
I can't hear
did you guys eat? Did you
it. Your
guys eat
volume on
at
there. That's
that
always the
Dave's
problem of
place?
mine. The volume never works.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me, James?
that's the same problem I have on my phone. It never can never hear it.
Okay. Well, I can't
Ah.
hear anyway because I'm deaf. All right.
uh, what?
Thanks, Dave.
All right, where are you guys headed today? They dropped out. All right, guys. Yeah, what I was asking was maybe if you can hear on the phone now. I don't know if it's any better, but if you went to that Dave's place, it has the roast beef or the corned beef and the pastrami and all that. Uh, and like I had said, it was really weird. I told Mitch that Greeny is there. I think Mitch has met him. Like I said, I never met him, but I've watched his last two videos from Ko Chang. One from that restaurant eating a big giant freaking sandwich, looked like it weighed a kilo. And today or yesterday or today, he did one on the Serenity, which is the one I went to 2 years ago, and we're going in April. So it's interesting. So I don't know if he's still there or not. Maybe you guys will meet up. And Jam saying hello to everybody. Hi, Jam. This is the content I'm here for. You're keeping well, okay. Did I miss anything? Well, no one asked anything, right? Everybody's just saying hello, hello, hello. That island's not big enough for both of us. Yeah, it's. I really like that island. I need to talk in front of the microphone. Sounds a lot different way over here than right there, doesn't it? Okay, Chris is gone. Like I said, I think he's over on Dana's channel, which I'll probably only go an hour. It's 48 minutes now. I'll go a few more minutes. My back's still bothering me a little bit anyway, and I'll free it up in case people want to hang over with Dana. If you don't know Dana, it's somebody could put up his link. That would be great. Ideal Studios, I think. Him and his wife on there. It's good. Nomad infrastructure support. Getting my clouds to get in real time. Okay, maybe somebody can find something for you. You never know. Hey, that Brit Abroad, how you doing? I just watched your video. I didn't comment on it. He's got some good content too, and he could use a few more subs to get to 1,000. I think he's at like mid 600s or something. If I'm wrong, let me know. But if somebody, hey, thanks, Jake. If you could put up that Brit Abroad, if you have that, put up his channel also. All good content. All the smaller channels like mine, good people. You'll have to come on sometime when I put up the link and introduce yourself to everybody. In fact, I could put up the link now and do the last 10 minutes for anybody that wants to come on. Hold on. I haven't put it up in a while. So if you want to, if you know anything about StreamYard, just click on the link and it will bring you backstage here, and then I can bring you in. And if you don't want to be seen, just turn off when you get into StreamYard, just turn off your camera, and there'll just be a little pulsating ball in the middle of the stage. When you talk, it'll vibrate. So if you don't want to be seen, I know when I first came on a long time ago on a channel, I didn't. I just flipped my camera around and showed everybody my house. Get a drink of water. So if anybody wants to come on, you're more than welcome to come on. Only 984 to go for you. So join Al's channel. Okay, everyone. Got to run. Hey, good talking to you too, Ron. It'll be today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Thailand, probably 8:30 again, a.m. In 2 days. We'll be back on again. Yeah, Paul D has a channel too. If somebody puts up Paul, it's quite interesting to me because he's putting on old, mostly photographs and stuff that he's had of his, uh, time touring around and vacationing, I guess, through Southeast Asia, and it's very interesting to me because I want to go see these places that he's been, and including in Australia too. So, if you can find his, put it up and. Hey Tom. Nope, he went away. He was here for a minute. But yeah, Paul's got a good little channel too. I think he's just doing it for fun, which I think most people are anyway. The media talking to Tom, saying goodbye to Ron. This is interesting. Yeah, it's got. They all have different, Jam's channel too. They all have different little, variations on things. So. Hold on, Al's here. Let Alan. Hey, Al, what's up?
Hey,
How you doing?
going on?
Your audio's not good at all. You're
I
frozen,
don't
actually.
know.
I'm only hearing like every fourth word.
Most.
No,
That's not so
no,
good.
every fourth word.
I'll drop and I'll drop and try coming back in again.
Yeah, try it.
Okay.
Yep. And Miss is here. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Dave. It's great talking to you.
Yeah, good to talk to you.
I'm surprised. I can't believe my phone is doing this right now.
It's very easy. StreamYard, that's what I like about StreamYard. It's very easy to do. Pretty much you click on it. And I tell people about, I know I still don't like looking at myself, but it's much easier this way for people that
I
don't.
do. Yeah, I
But,
mean, I do it on my phone, and I'm like one finger without any of my eyeglasses in the dark, trying to type something out. I want to pull my hair out by the end of the night, So it's so much
where,
easier just
where,
being able to
where are
talk.
you, where are you at?
Long Island in New York.
Oh, in Long Island. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
about 40 miles east of the city.
yeah, I spent well almost a year helping my buddy open up a heating and air conditioning business in Buffalo, and we spent a lot of time over in
Oh,
New York, in that area. So
yeah, that's way. I mean, that's up by Canada.
yeah, and the amazing thing is, I was a stone's throw from what is it called? What's that right there? The big Niagara Falls.
Yeah, Niagara
60,
Falls.
yeah, 60 at that time. I was 62 years old. Never been, and I still never been. And it was an hour drive from where I was
Oh,
in Buffalo,
I've
and I never
never
went.
been. I've never been. I'm never been to Niagara Falls. I know it's supposed to be beautiful. Well, the Canadian side's supposed to be beautiful. I have been to
That's what
Montreal
I heard the
because,
same thing. They said if you want to go on the Canadian side, way better than the U.S. side. Hey,
yeah,
Lewis, thank you,
Buffalo's
sir.
having a tough time now with crime
Hey,
and
Jake.
everything. But were you there in the winter?
Yeah, and I didn't like
Oh,
that at all. It,
God
it was
bless
really a
you.
bummer time. It was in 2018. It was right before, or actually the end of 2017. Um,
Uh-huh.
and when I found out that my wife that passed away had cancer, so I ended
Oh
up
my
having to
God.
leave there and come back to because what I was doing was I was
Oh,
working
you
there
were
for two
working.
weeks, and then I would come back for a week. Then I would go back. So as soon as she told me that, I left everything there, my apartment, everything that I had, and my buddy,
Yeah.
he was doing me I mean, we were doing each other a favor. I made some extra money, and he
Was you
got to
had to
start his
commute
air
to
conditioning company.
California?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. By air,
Oh my
it was,
Lord.
yeah, but it was every 2 weeks, so it wasn't too bad.
Oh
But
my
so
Lord.
so
Still.
I jammed out of there, then we had planned on coming to Thailand, and then then she had went through that, and that went out. So after she passed, I said, "Heck, I'm going to go anyway. What's the worst that could happen?" And only good things have happened to me since I've
Uh,
been here.
I'm so happy for you. That's marvelous. I'm glad to hear that.
It's great.
And you had your thing at the hospital, but everything turned out okay.
Yeah,
So
and
you're
if it
up and
wasn't,
kicking, man.
hey, thanks, Lewis, for the super chat. Um, the yeah, it's
Oh, is that
amazing because
Gator
if it
Jake?
wasn't, what's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at my phone. It's so small. Hi, Gator Jake. Hi, Al.
Yeah,
I
Gator
just
Jake's
noticed
on
because I was
also.
looking at I look at my big TV and I don't see them on my big TV, but because I paused it, and now I see them on the phone. Hi.
Got to open the
Hello.
StreamYard, right? When you open the StreamYard, you'll see me and Al.
They see you.
Yeah,
She sees
I
you.
didn't think it was gonna work. I said, let me just try it for the heck of it, And here I am. I can't believe it.
Well, thanks for joining us, Misdemeanor. You should do this more often. We need a little bit more female participation. Nikki is representing all females on this channel.
Hi, Nikki, if
And
you're still
Jam
there.
Random. And Jam
Yeah,
And
you know.
Jam.
And
I
yeah,
know
you
it.
know what it is. It's coming up, and the ages are coming down to like 40,
Uh-huh.
50, and 60.
Jam.
And
Dave,
Fox
you're getting
shows up
groovy.
occasionally too.
yeah, went from I think it was like 95% or 98% men and like 2 or 3% women. Now it's like 10 or 12%. So it's really starting to come out, which I think
Right
is awesome.
on. You're gonna have a nice mix now.
Yeah, try not to,
And
because
hey, don't forget about
I
Thip when she shows up.
yeah, that's true
Yes.
too. Yeah, there's like I said, it's like I think it's 10 or 11%, something like that. I'll look at it again and do it. But
Very
it's
cool.
great, I because like I said in some of the stuff when I came here, was I looking for some kind of companionship? Yeah, eventually. I didn't think it would come as quick in 6 months or 7
Yeah.
months, 8 months, whatever it was. But it was meant to be, so it was meant to be. But I'd be dead if it wasn't for my wife, because I wouldn't
Wow.
have went to the hospital. I would have stayed in Kamala, and they would have found me on the floor because I wouldn't have went to the hospital. And she took
Yeah.
me, made me go. So it was,
It's
everything
always
worked
have
out for the best.
It's always
Yeah,
nice
she
to have
played.
someone who loves you and looks out for you.
She's
It's important.
amazing, man. I can't say it enough.
We
I
have
mean,
to
I've
love
said
the ones that
everybody
are in our lives, while we have
exactly.
them, and not take anybody for granted. Because you never
Yeah,
know.
and I don't know if you've heard before, but like, she believes that the one that's on my arm, we can't see her, I had her day after she died. I had that tattoo put on, 2 days after
Aw.
she passed. But she believed, she talked to her. She says when I was in the hospital, praying to her, saying, "Don't let him die," and she believes that she helped us get together and stuff, and I have to agree with her because I never thought I'd be happy again. I was with her for 30 years. Didn't
Yeah.
think anything would come up. I just wanted wanted a woman to talk to, because it's different
Yeah.
than a woman's perspective on anything. And I got more. I got 2 daughters, my wife, and my mother-in-law. So I got 4. I got
Oh,
that could
you get a
talk to me all
lot.
the time. They want
Be
me to
careful
learn
what you
Thai, of
wish for,
course.
huh?
Yeah, my wife speaks okay English, but the rest
Oh,
of them,
good.
no, they don't. So I got to learn Thai. I'm embarrassed to say I've been here almost 3.5 years, and I don't know
Oh,
that much Thai at all. I'm horrible.
I can't.
Um,
I'm terrible with languages. I mean, I grew up. My grandparents and my father, could speak perfect English. My grandparents were Italian, but I could never pick it up. I don't have the ear. I think it's like music. Some people just
yeah,
have an ear for playing piano, guitar, an instrument. Although,
and
like me, I can't.
I was never
I
that
can't do
great in
language.
school. I did learn a little bit of Italian because my whole family was Italian. I'm Italian. I'm adopted, but my
Yeah, you told me
mother's,
that.
yeah. So, but I did pick up a little bit. My mother knows a little bit. My grandmother spoke it fluently. My friends, I have quite a few friends that are Italian, and my whole family.
Oh,
But
I wish I could. I try. I went
Here's an off the wall one for you.
yeah.
When I was a kid, the King Tut exhibit stopped by Seattle, so the family went down to go and take a look at it.
Yeah.
Within 3 months, I could read and write Egyptian hieroglyphics. I can't do it anymore, but at the time I was able to do
I can
that.
barely read and write English, so I'm.
You could read the hieroglyphics?
Yep. Yeah. After about the exhibition was long gone, but they handed out a pamphlet on what all the different Egyptian hieroglyphics were, and I spent like 3 months studying the hell out of that and learned how to read and write Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Well, I wish I could learn Thai that easy. I just have problems. I had
That's
problems
wild.
in school, and it wasn't because of IQ. My IQ was high. I just didn't want to be bothered, and I ended up the last 3 years in high school, they just kicked me up in grades. I never graduated, but they took me out of 10th, put me in 11th, so they could collect their money. They got back then. They got money for every day that you attended school, so they wanted me to come to school, and that's a whole nother story I'll tell one day.
Yeah, they did that in New York. Or did you have dyslexia or ADHD? That's what I had.
No,
I had a tough time.
I really liked Buffalo, and I liked New York, and I've been to quite a few places in New York, but I just didn't like the cold, man. I did not like because I was real rural, up where I was, at 3,000 feet in the high Sierras wasn't what I considered.
Yeah, well, you were like in Canada up there.
Yeah. And they said some of the stuff, the apartment that I was in was a brand new apartment. It was overlooking the river right there on the top floor. It was awesome. And they said at one time there was a storm that moved through. It dumped 6 foot of snow in 24 hours as it went through Buffalo years prior to when I was there. And I'm going, well, I don't want to be here for that. So,
yeah, they have, which they call it lake effect snow, because you're like right off of Lake Erie,
right
and all
off
the Great Lakes
yes,
there.
Yes,
and
yes.
it's a snowmaker. And as the clouds move towards the east from the west, it just picks up all the moisture from the lakes and dumps it all over northern New York. So
that's exactly.
Well, here
what it was.
we're as south as you can get here because we're on the ocean. Right. So we could get really lucky, or we can get really slammed with snow. So it depends.
Sorry, Brock. I didn't see Brock. Everybody say hello to Brock. And Jam.
Hi, Brock.
Ontario. Hi, Brock.
She doesn't think she does. Sorry, go ahead. You say hi to Brock. I say hi to Brock, and then I start talking.
Hi.
Morning, all. It's just a quick pop in.
Yeah, what do you got going? We're not going to be that long.
I got to go down to the hardware store and get a new pressure washer.
A new pressure washer. Yeah, what do they have in Australia that's like equivalent to our Sam's Club or Price Club or any of those big? It's a big giant store that sells everything and anything.
We've got a few of them. Bunnings, Mitre 10.
And those they sell all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they got pressure. We got big tool stores and all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah, we got here in Thailand, pretty much any store. Thai Wazadu, and most of them have pretty much everything in them. Kind of like going to a Home Depot if you're from the United States. I was answering Jam's question back here. The problem is she doesn't think she speaks the best English, and she feels I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. She's not embarrassed. I guess embarrassed. I don't know. She doesn't like the way that she speaks English.
She's self-conscious about it.
Yeah, there you go. But she has been better. If you notice in the last video, I did put the camera on her, and she did talk about the kids getting the medical doctors and nurses each day, checking them out and all that. And I think she speaks fine English. I get probably 95%, I think, or 90% we get. I can tell when my wife's eyes roll a certain way, I know she didn't understand a damn thing I just said. So I just repeat it to make sure and not just go on, because I think that's where you run into problems. If you know that the person you're with didn't understand what you said, but you just want to go on because you don't want to repeat it, you're making a big mistake. You need to know what each other are saying.
Now, if you're married for any length of time to a Thai woman, or probably anybody of foreign descent, you get a feeling for that right away. I mean, you can tell by the look in people's face. The same thing when she's talking to me in Thai. You know, sometimes I got that goofy look on my face, and she goes, "You don't understand what I'm saying."
I need to learn a little bit more Thai. Let's see, Bobby's saying Jai speaks some silent sometimes. I don't know. Like when it happens, means I did something. Yeah, I know that look too. That one's a little bit different than the I don't understand look, at least to me anyway.
Yes, I'm gonna drop out.
Yeah, the audio's
'Cause
better.
I want to go pollute my lungs.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool.
I'll tell you what. That's
So
one thing. All right, take it easy.
I'll catch everybody all next time. See you later,
Alrighty.
Brock, Jake,
Take it easy.
Mr. Meaner, Dave. See you all later.
See you later, Al.
Bye. I think I'm gonna check out too because I'm having trouble hearing you guys. It's like coming in and out. So
Okay. I'm glad that
thanks
you came
for
on. You can come
the
on
luck.
anytime that you want. When I
Oh
put
my
that
God!
link
Thank you
up,
so much.
you're more than welcome. We have fun. So
It's been
yeah.
a real pleasure.
All right, Miss. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Good
Take
night,
care.
everybody.
Take care. Good to
Good
talk
night.
to you.
Bye bye now.
Oh, that's right. It's late on the East Coast too, isn't it?
It's
The,
9:30 on the East Coast.
9:30. Well, that's late to me. I'm usually in bed by then. God, I'm old. But what Al had said about going out and smoking, I'll tell you what. The only biggest thing. It's been over 2 years now. 2 years and 2 months, and I smoked since I was 14, 15, and I was up to over 3 packs a day for years and years and years. And I'll tell you what. As soon as I would go into a movie theater or sitting in the house or doing this right here, I would be going absolutely crazy, not being able to go outside and I gotta smoke. It's been 5 minutes. I need to smoke again. The theaters were the worst. I'd go in to see a movie. As soon as I sat down, the damn, let's get some popcorn stuff didn't even get up on the screen, and I'm ready to go outside and smoke a cigarette. So I don't miss that part of it. I don't miss smelling like an ashtray. I don't. It's a disgusting habit. It's definitely nothing but bad for you. And even if you smoke weed, smoking weed ain't the way to go either. Ingest it. Brownies, cookies, cakes, tinctures, anything else to get it into your system. I don't use it, but smoking is like the
this show
absolute
just
worst.
took a different turn.
Hey, I'm a pro marijuana guy from the 70s, man.
So,
I think it's
Dave,
great.
I used to smoke a pack a day, maybe a little bit more, like maybe I don't know, but I could never understand how somebody could smoke 3 packs or more a day. Like there was that much time in the day.
I would just smoke them one after another. I'd light them off one another if I was just bored and sitting outside.
I just never understood that. So you must have been
Well,
outside.
Well, I'll tell you when I started smoking more. I started cooking for my aunt when I was young, and the thing with smoking there is you'd smoke a half a cigarette and then you'd put it out because you'd have to go cook an order, eggs or a hamburger or whatever you'd cook. You'd come back and light another one. So you're only smoking half a cigarette. So even though I was smoking maybe 2 packs back then, I was actually only smoking if you really, smoked the whole cigarette. But in the end, for the last 10, 15 years, over 3 packs a day. Over 3 packs a day. And what I did was, before Obama came in and stopped the putting tobacco in the mail, my wife smoked too. And we'd order 10, 15, 20 cartons at a time. Back then, the Marlboros were maybe, $25, $30 a carton. Now they're like $100. And we could get off-brand 100 light cigarettes for under $10 a carton. So a third of the price.
I mean,
And then when I moved,
Florida's not as bad as New York or New Jersey.
yeah,
or
first time
California.
I was shell shocked was when I got off in New York, and went into the liquor store and said, "Can I have a pack of Marlboro 100 Lights?" And they gave him to said, "That'll be $13.50, please." And I said, "What?" This was, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that.
Well, like I said,
was amazed.
Florida's not even close to that. And I was walking by the tobacco counter the other day, and I noticed that like a pack of Marlboro Lights regular is like $9.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When
I came here,
crap.
what I did when I was in New York, I found, of course, I'm not going to pay that kind of money. I said, I'm killing myself. I don't want to pay that money to kill myself. I want to pay as little as possible. I found an Indian reservation there, same as up over my house. After they cut out the air, I went to the Indian casinos and bought the cartons for way less than half, almost a third again. And then in New York, I found one a third less. And then when I came to Thailand, they were only 60 baht a pack. So and I think there's still only 60 or 80 baht a pack. Maybe it was 80. But what is that? $2.50? $2 a pack. So, I was like, okay, this is great. And like I said, I was so addicted to them. The New Year's Eve, 2019, gonna turn 2020. In the afternoon, I can't breathe. I'm like, my wife's going, "You need to go to the doctor." I'm going, "Okay, let me go out back." Smoked one cigarette, came inside. I need to smoke one more. Back out again. She dumps me off in the emergency, drives the truck 30 seconds away, and comes back, and I'm on a gurney and in ICU with them shoving a tube down my throat, and was like that for 2 months. So it was the best thing that ever happened to me, even though I never been that close to death. And it was like, holy shit, I don't like this at all. It made me realize how fragile life is. It takes that. Step off the curb at the wrong time. Anything could happen and you're dead or paralyzed or whatever. It's horrible. Did I miss anything, guys? I've been rambling again.
I used to take great delight years ago. We had in the winter,
Not indoor.
the machine shop we had used to be able to be used by smokers, so they didn't have to go out into the cold weather and the rain.
Well,
However, if somebody wanted to do any work in the workshop, they had to go outside. And as I'm a non-smoker, I used to take great delight in going out and turning on the lathe or something and send them all out into the rain.
Buck says, "I don't endorse the use of any drugs." No. Illegal drugs. I'll tell you one quick story before I go, because it's an hour and 15 minutes. But in maybe 8-10 years ago, I had it was 2000. I just got my bike, the newest one that I have, which is was a 2008. I still have it. I gave it to my son. Anyway, I had just bought it in 2008, and I had a bar in Simi Valley. Smoke. Now, when I moved from Southern California to Central California, I never went in a bar. Never went in a topless bar, because that was my bar of choice when I was riding bikes. This was 25 years ago. I never went in any bars. So on this particular Sunday, I was talking to my wife. She goes, "Why don't you go, instead of sitting here watching the football game?" It was during the playoffs, so they had a game in the morning and an afternoon game. I think they started at 10 and one at 1, whatever they were. I didn't, So I said, okay. It was like 12. The first game was almost over, and so I headed into Bass Lake, which is about a maybe 15-minute drive, 10-minute drive, less than that, to a bar that I knew was there. So I go into the bar, and there's one guy in there. There's no one else. He's setting up the bar. He just opened. I go, "You got to be kidding me. He just opened?" I said, "Can you turn on the football game?" He goes, "Yeah, I turn on the football game." I said, "What's up?" He said, "Well, the owner didn't want to open, and there's not enough people, and whatever." I said, "Okay." So he turned his back, and he's doing his stuff there. Well, I whipped out a cigarette and lit up a cigarette and started smoking. And he turned around and said, wait, what are you doing? I said, I don't know, what am I doing? I'm smoking a cigarette. You can't smoke in the bar. I go, it's a bar, right? He goes, yeah. I said, how can you not smoke in a bar? Oh, yeah, it's been that way for 10 years. I go, holy crap. So I went outside. I come back in. Now, I lived in North Fork, which is a little Indian town, American Indian, and, small. You blink and you're through the town, right? So they had this one bar up on the top of the hill that I'd never been in. And I'm talking to this guy, and I'm going, that's really weird, man. I said, I had a bar, and I said, you associate with drinking, me as a smoker, drinking and smoking, drinking and smoking. I mean, if you were drinking, I was smoking, So he goes, well, the bar in North Fork that, I don't know, I could almost throw a stone from my house and hit the middle of town, is owned by an Indian lady, and they don't mess with her. She can do whatever she wants to in her bar, and she lets people smoke. I said, goodbye, drank my beer, hopped on my bike, drove there, and watched the late game and smoked my brains out. But it's weird because you're not. I don't know. Jake, if you stop smoking. When I stopped smoking, I've stopped smoking maybe 5 times in my life. The longest was like 2 months, and I did it when I was working as a building engineer in Fresno, and I could smell somebody coming down the hallway, a football field's length away. I could smell the smoke on their clothes, as they came by.
Yeah,
now,
that does.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it too much now. It's weird, but for a while there, I was sensitive to any smoke.
For me, I always had the excuse of I'm under too much stress.
Yeah.
And so I didn't quit. And then one time I did quit, and then I was I deployed overseas, and I was leading a couple of air crews and teams of guys in Turkey over the holidays. And I had one of them who was a little bit closer to me than some of the others that came to me and said, hey, the guys would like to know if you would like to start smoking again because you're really an asshole now.
Yeah. My friends told me, either you're going to start smoking or we're going to kick the shit out of you. One way or the other.
I said, well, okay, I guess I'll have one.
Well, I'll tell you the one that pissed me. Go ahead.
No, so then later after I retired from active duty and I wasn't working or anything, I was just kind of hanging out. It was like I don't have the excuse that I don't have stress because I had nothing bad in my life going on. It was just me and my wife hanging out, living life, and I'm like, if ever you're gonna make a run at this is the time, and that's when I kicked it, and that was in 2009.
Like I said, it's not easy, man. Like when I was a kid, I had just started smoking when the Surgeon General came out and said, "Guess what? We've decided that smoking is addictive." Well, no shit. I could have told you that, and I'm 14 years old. Did you see that
comment from Black Sheep? A pack of 25 is $40.
40 in Australia. Yeah, insane.
Yeah.
You going to take up smoking, Brock?
I never smoked.
Brock's going to take up selling cigarettes.
Yeah, there you go. I thought about that at one time, too. Would have been a good truck to hijack as a cigarette truck. That's for sure.
$40
all right, guys.
Beer will last me a week.
Yeah, first thing that you notice too, but it's weird now, Xander, man. Is like, like the guys outside, the one that's the family, he smokes, and when he lights up the cigarette, I smell it, but I don't smell it on him. But when I was in that enclosed building and somebody opened that door, it was a secure building, so you had to buzz them in or whatever, and they had to walk right by the building engineer in my office, and boy, I could smell him coming. But now I haven't experienced that. So I'm glad because it would make me Jones more. It was really weird. It was like 2 days ago, I told my wife in the middle of the day, I said, for some reason, I want a cigarette really bad, and I haven't had an urge like that in a while. She said, you will die. I said, yeah, I know.
That's called romancing the smoke, Dave.
Thank you. What is this, water? Coke. Oh, wow. Coke Zero. I'm a lucky guy. All right, guys, let's see if I missed anything. What is Al says I quit for 8 years, and he's still smoking though. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. Hey, I didn't see you come in. How you doing? Um, but I never smoked a cigarette in my life. The thing about smelling cigarette smell on people's clothes, yeah, and it is, and it's a disgusting smell. It smells like a freaking ashtray, and most of my vehicles. So when now it's so nice. I come into my house, it's all nice and clean smelling, and I don't have to smell smoke. And now I can understand why my wife and people around me are like, it smells like shit, and they don't want to say anything to you, especially if it's your house. Well, we just came into your house, and your house smells like shit. Oh, well, thank you. Come on in, have a beer.
I didn't smoke in my house. I used to smoke outside, so the house wouldn't be like that.
Let's see, what is this one in Canada? 24 Canadian for a pack. Are they 20 or 20? I noticed 25. They're 20 in the U.S. in case, and 20 cigarettes. Okay, I'm saying, Paul. I think I'm what did Stuck say? Growing up in Western North Carolina, if you didn't use at least 2 tobacco products. Yeah, exactly. And I'll tell you what, man, I do miss it. I used to go fishing in the morning. I'd troll for, we had landlocked salmon and trout in the lake close to my house in the middle. Winter, the only person out there, a big old thermos of coffee and a pack of cigarettes for an hour in the morning, and I was in heaven. But enough about cigarettes. That's great. I'm going to go. I think I'm caught up. If anybody has anything, we'll catch it again. I only went, so I don't care. Let's see. One more deal here. At the workplace, non-smokers always took up the slack while smokers went for a smoke. Yeah, that's the truth. All right, guys.
Hey, Dave, let me say something here before you sign off.
Go ahead.
I know she's already gone, but kudos to Misdemeanor for coming on the show.
Yeah.
I think the more people you can get on the show adds to the content that you've got here. There's a lot of people in your chats and things that can really contribute a lot to this. So, Misdemeanor, thank you for coming on, and I encourage everybody else to jump in on some of the other live streams.
Alrighty, cool. All right, it's really weird on mine. I'm looking at this one, and Louis Cabo's $51 super chat is still up on this one, but on here, I don't know if you can see the 2 red deals. It's up there twice. Did he contribute twice? He probably did. Thanks, Louis. I don't know why it didn't come up here and I didn't see it anywhere, but it doesn't regard it even if you didn't. $51 is awesome. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go. And like I said, like Jake said, anybody's welcome anytime as long as they're courteous, and we try to keep everything clean because our kids might watch this someday. Ass is going to come out occasionally, but I know in the past a couple of words that I didn't like were in too. And me. And Mark's not here all the time to shake the jar so we can make more money. So anyway, let's see. I'm going to play this outro, which supposedly is a little bit lower, and I will catch you all in the next one.
Bye, Richard's mom.
Yes, I hope Richard's okay. All right, guys, we'll see you.
Bye, Richard's mum.